This week I had the pleasure of building a 10 by 10 greenhouse. Special thanks to the Tweed Collective for a generous grant, Women Warriors Healing Garden for partnering with us on this project, and the Else Carleton team for all their hard work. Else Carleton is run by volunteering students trying to make an impact by promoting the use of solar energy. We have been working on designing a solar-powered greenhouse since 2018, which we are excited to have started building this summer. More to come on the final assembly and solar additions. I started by cutting all the studs for the walls to have an overall height of 8 feet when finished. After checking the length of the first cut, I locked my saw blade down and used the table saw as a stop block so I could make repeatable cuts of all the studs. All the cut ends were then sealed using cut and seal to prevent rot in the boards. I then marked out all the stud placements along the top and bottom plate using a scrap piece of 2x4. I attached the two outside studs to the top and bottom plate before checking for square by measuring the distance diagonally both ways and adjusting any difference between them with a hammer. After I attached the remaining middle studs using screws. All these steps are repeated for the remaining 3 walls. I started the roof by cutting all the ceiling joists. This consisted of 37-degree cuts on both ends, checking for length after every cut. Next I cut the rafters by first cutting 16-foot 2x4s in half with a 37-degree cut. After these were all completed, I made a 53-degree cut on the other end of each of those halves. I assembled the roof trusses using one joist and two rafters by screwing them together. The roof trusses were then attached to the ridge beam. After having some cutouts from making the roof, I added blocking in the middle of all the walls. Finally, I made a simple door, first making a rectangle and adding two diagonal members for support. I laid out and marked these diagonals on the bottom before cutting them for a tight fit. Hope you enjoyed watching this video. Thanks again to everyone involved in this project who made it a reality. I'll have a second part to this video in a few weeks showing the final assembly, including polycarbonate panel installation.